split it. We'll split it.
Representing St. John's, head coach Ed Blankmeyer. His son, Ty Blankmeyer, Alex Caruso, as well as Zach Lauricella. And who was the pitcher he brought?
Ryan McCormick.
Ryan McCormick. Coach, we'd ask you to begin with an opening statement. Let's do it this way. They don't need to hear me.
Okay, thank you. Well, first and foremost, I want to thank the Big East, the city of Omaha, and Creighton University for hosting an outstanding tournament. Everything was great here, the hotels, the accommodations, obviously the home of college baseball. So we were excited to play here, and it's a great venue. I also want to commend Creightons for playing a heck of a ball game. They're an outstanding club, in my opinion. They're a regional type of ball club, well coached. Ed Service does a great job, and those kids just didn't quit today. As far as I'm concerned, all I can say about the guys that are up here, we found a way to win. That's how it was been done all year. And I might have pulled the trigger too early on Matt Clancy to go with Hack, and Hack had a little bit of a meltdown. But the funny thing was when they tied the ball game, they came out. Guys said, let's pick up Hack this time because Hack's been good for us the whole year. And we turned around and picked up a couple of runs, one inning and two. So that was good. I brought my son up here because it's not often you can have your son with you in a championship setting. So and he had a big stolen base, and then they made the right call. They walked strategically. Alex has been hot all tournament, and then Rob Wayman came up real big. So if he was thrown out, I wouldn't have had him up here. So. But it's not often that you can have your son, with you, and I wanted him to experience this.
Open the floor to questions. Please start with the student athletes. Viv?
I guess to Zach and Alex, talk a little bit about what the atmosphere was in the dugout coming back when that game suddenly gets tied.
I came in the dugout, and I've been through this before, and, Creightons a team that never quits, and I called the guys together, and I said, hey, it's a tie game right now. It's a 0-0 ball game, and we're up in the seventh. Let's just bounce back. Let's stay loose. Let's relax and have some fun. Because guys were pressing a little bit, so, that we got that run in the bottom of the seventh, which was huge, so to eliminate the shutdown inning for them. So that was a big-time inning for us, and we kind of calmed the storm after that.
Yeah, like what Zach said, it was crazy out there when they scored those 5 runs. So we came in, Zach brought everyone in, and we just wanted to relax, take a deep breath, and that was huge that Matt Harris got that hit in I think it was the bottom of the 8th. Or the 7th. And to take the lead, and we never looked back from there.
Matt?
To everyone not named Alex, coming into the game, the key for Creighton was to kind of control the leadoff, your leadoff hitter, and that seemed to be something they just couldn't do the entire tournament. I guess, can you talk about Alex's role and how important he was in getting this game?
Alex is huge. He's our leadoff batter. Like Coach said, he's the catalyst of our offense. So it starts with him, and he's been great all year doing it, and he was excellent this tournament. He had a lot of innings he got on first for us, and that's the innings we scored, and that's huge in this tournament, is scoring runs. And Alex is a big part of it, and there's a reason why he was player of the year or player of the tournament.
Absolutely, same thing going with Zach saying. I wouldn't want anybody else on there up at first place. So Alex is a great player, works hard, and he's just been hot all season. So I just want him to keep playing hard like that.
I guess Alex, do you owe Zach a dinner for all the run you had?
What was that?
Do you owe Zach a dinner for all the run?
Oh, yeah. I'll give him a dinner tonight.
What are you getting? Steak?
Steak.
All right, perfect.
Wendy's.
John Fanta in the back.
Ryan, Coach, talking to him after the game, said at first he was thinking, no, you're not going to pitch today. It's just not happening. It sounded like you were pretty persistent, though. What kept you persistent throughout the afternoon to try to get in the game?
When they got that big inning, I don't even know what inning it was. When they scored the 5 runs, I was kind of pacing up and down the whatever it's called, the dugout. And then finally, I kind of just grabbed my glove and ran out there. I didn't want to stay in the dugout much longer.
Was that mentally a game changer for you to be in the closer role? What's going through your head?
It wasn't really much of a difference. I just want to come out there and throw strikes and try and get my team to win, finish the game.
Any additional? Viv?
Obviously, getting the chance to go back to the NCAA tournament, what's that mean to you guys?
It's unbelievable, and we haven't been there since my freshman year. And coming in this year, we knew we had a special team, and I wanted to start my career winning the Big East tournament, going to the regionals, and finish my career winning the Big East and going to the regionals, and that's exactly what we did. So this is a special team, and we can make a splash in the regionals for sure. We got everything rolling right now, so it's a lot of fun to play on this team.
Matt? Apologize.
Obviously, you're getting a shot at the NCAA tournament. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, I've never experienced, like Zach said, he experienced it his freshman year. It's pretty much undescribable, that feeling, that dog pile at the end right there. It's just unbelievable, and we hope to make a run in the tournament, and I think we can. We have the team, we have the pitching staff, we have the hitting, we have all hands on deck, and we're ready to go.
Alex, what is it? Do you feel like you have a weekend like you had in, like your coach said, the home of college baseball?
I mean, I don't really know. I just try to focus my best. I don't really try to think about things like that. Just try to get on base, try to do anything I can to help my team win.
Any additional questions for the student athletes? All right, gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Coach, if you'd stay for a few moments. Sure. Start with Piv.
Yeah, obviously, Brian threw 114.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Any reservations at all?
No, I kind of soul searched. He saw me last night before the game. I didn't tell him to go down to the bullpen. He ran down himself. And matter of fact, our pitching coach went down there, and he goes, "I'm throwing." And I finally said, "Listen, we got a lead." I held him as long as I could. And I thought with a 3-run lead, I thought we could get it done. And he called back, "I want the ball." So I am, I do a little soul searching when stuff like that comes. Cody Stacia came up to me the same way. You're talking about the health of a pitcher's arm and the health of a pitcher's career. It says a lot about a kid coming up to you and saying, "I want this for my teammates." I mean, I think that goes above and beyond. And I mean, I turn over at night and think about it, and but we wanted the ball. That's the type of kid he is.
Ed, you had a lot of contributions this weekend from a lot of different guys, but how big was it to have Ryan and Alex do what they do?
When you play in a tournament like that, somebody's got to step up. Alex Caruso stepped up big. We had key contributions from Zach Loricella, Matt Harris, and it's I think Cody threw well. Our best bullpen guy pitched poorly today, but we picked him up. So it's been like this most of the year that we have some guys that are struggling, scuffling a little bit, and the other guys that, hey, listen, they rise to the occasion. And when you play championship baseball, that's what happens. Guys step up, and guys perform, and guys pick each other up. And the nice thing was, I thought we were going along pretty good. We left some scoring opportunities out there, and I think what goes unnoticed here is that Chris Calica did a heck of a job. And he got up to 75. He hasn't been there at that time. I thought Clance was doing okay, but it looked like he was running out of gas. And the guy that was the strongest, and I was hoping to get maybe 2 or 3 out of Tommy, and just didn't have it today. But, Kuz picked it up, and then, Ryan finished the deal.
Piv?
I guess what does go through your mind when you throw Tommy out there, he doesn't get the job done, all of a sudden at 5-0.
Yeah.
5-5.
Well, I was sweating pretty good. I mean, what can I say? That was we gave it back because they certainly didn't blister the ball. He walked 2, we hit 1. That's baseball. Creighton grinds you. They make you work. Eddie does a good job with those kids. They compete with their at bats. They're going to take a run at you. One of these times they're going to take a run at you, and we held them off in the sense that they tied it on us. But we were able to, which I thought was big. We were able to respond very well. We got a hit and run off. We scored that 1 run. And then Kuzma came out and threw a good inning for us. Kind of, took the momentum back to us. And then at the end, the momentum was heading in their direction again. So you're going to, and this game here, it's going to go back and forth, especially when you start getting down into your pitching staff. You got to be able to control it. And the worst thing that can happen is the giveaways. We gave some things away with the walks and the hit by pitches in that 5-run inning.
Take 2 more questions. Matt?
Yeah, this is as hot of a team as you've had heading into this league tournament, I guess. You talked about what it took to get these 15 wins in a row. Do you feel like it's a good recipe for success going forward? Do you think this finding ways to win? Do you feel confident going into the tournament?
I do. I think this is a unique bunch of guys that care about the team more than themselves. They're always picking each other up. They're a pleasure to be around. They work hard. Good student athletes, the epitome of student athletes. I'm proud of these guys, what they do. But the way they compete and the way they get along is just, all the years I've coached, this is probably the most cohesive, fun-loving guys that I've had. They're different. Believe me, they play games. They entertain themselves. I don't get it, but I'm an intense guy. I'm looking, I'm watching, and I'm but I can't. I let them be themselves. And when they have to, to bear down, they bear down, and they get the job done. So I'll leave them alone.
One final question.
You don't know where you're going to be seated for the tournament, but I guess if you are a 4 seed,
Mhm.
you think you're a dangerous 4 seed?
Sure I do. And as I said before, I thought Creighton, I know they're probably on the outside looking in, but, they're a good club too. I mean, we talked about this in the initial press conference. We play ourselves. I think I'll throw Seton Hall in that category. We play, grind them out baseball. You're going to beat us. You're going to have to beat us. So I think offensively, we're starting to come and figure some things out. And I think we have 2 pretty solid starters, and we got a pen that can match up pretty good. So I think we can do some damage. We'll see. We'll go out and play hard.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining
Thanks,
us.
guys.
Congratulations to St. John's as they advance to the NCAA tournament.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
See you back here in 2 weeks.
Love to be.